All right, now quickly I'm going to take you to John Kasich, who just took the mic, but I'm going to take you to John Kasich, who just took the mic quickly. There we go.
But how about my family, Emma and Reese, and of course my great wife, Karen Kasich. And here in New Hampshire, I have to tell you, there's no way I would have gone forward with this campaign if it wasn't for John Sununu, the great Senator John Sununu. He's such a great partner. He's so smart and he's so disciplined, and he's just a great, great friend of mine. And we also want to spend a little time thanking former Senator Gordon Humphrey. Now, this man we were 1% in the national polls, and people are like, how can you ever win? And then, things are just, we're walking in a total obscurity up here. And Gordon Humphrey sends me an email, and he says, this is the hot plate that changed the world. Guys are sleeping on mattresses in the campaign headquarters, and they hold up a hot plate where they're eating their food. That's how you win elections. That's how you do it. And of course, our great friend Tom Rath, the former Attorney General. He's been one of the best guys I could have. Where is Tom Rath? And 17 years ago, I came here, and I thought things were going okay. Wasn't getting a lot of attention, and was standing in the kitchen, and I was talking to this lady, and I'm thinking, I've got myself a town chairperson here. I mean, this lady really, really likes me. And after about 15 minutes, she looked at her watch and she said, when will the candidate get here? Can you tell us? But the guy that stuck with me for 17 years, Bruce Berkey. Where is Bruce? Give him a round of applause. Bruce. Come on up here. And listen, I want to tell you, and there's just no way to say this appropriately. When the media kept saying, well, how are you going to do this? Can you finish high? You know what I said? I have an insurance policy. It's you. It's all of you. How does a guy like me thank you for the countless hours, the phone calls, the door knocking? Some of you have come from, of course, our Buckeye State, and some have come from Virginia, and some have come from Maryland and New York and Connecticut, and today, all the way from Seattle, and a guy New Haven, okay, and a guy flew in from London, England, to do this. What can I tell you? But there's something that's going on that I'm not sure that anybody can quite understand. There's magic in the air with this campaign because we don't see it as just another campaign. We see this as an opportunity for all of us, and I mean all of us, to be involved in something that's bigger than our own lives, to change America, to reshine America, to restore the spirit of America, and to leave no one behind. Am I right? That's what we're all fighting for. Something big happened tonight. And let me tell you what it is. We have had tens and tens of millions of dollars spent against us with negative advertising, okay? We've had tens of millions. See, that's the old politics. We never went negative because we have more good to sell than to spend our time being critical of somebody else. maybe, just maybe, at a time when clearly change is in the air, maybe, just maybe, we are turning the page on a dark part of American politics, because tonight, the light overcame the darkness of negative campaigning. And you made it happen. You made it happen. You made it happen. You made it happen. Now, you know, we're conservatives here. We believe government is a last resort and not as a first resort. And as I like to talk about the strength of our country, and if you think about the American home, which is the family, we know that the family is only strong when the foundation is strong. And that's why we will wake up every single day to make sure that every American has a job in the United States of America to help their families and their neighbors. And when I'm President of the United States, first of all, you know, we're going to have a battering ram to knock down the walls of the city if they don't want to change. It's what I've done all of my lifetime. But here's what we're going to tell people, I believe, and you think about it, and I hope you agree. We're going to solve the problems in America not by being extreme, not by being first a Republican or a Democrat, but reminding everybody that we are Americans dedicating to shining up America and fixing our problems. Fixing our problems. This campaign's changed me. The people of New Hampshire, the wonderful people of New Hampshire, have changed me. And I want to tell you how it happened. I don't know, you know, I don't know if it happened in the first 25 town halls or the second 25 or the third 25. But as we got closer and closer to those 100 town halls, the 106 that we finally finished on, people, for some reason, were able to come to these town halls and feel safe. A man came the other day and he was crying at the end of the town hall and put his arms around me and said, "My son's got cancer." And I feel as though I didn't warn him. And I said, "Sir, it's sad. It's a tragedy. It's terrible. But it's not your fault." He communicated to somebody the other day and said, that conversation lifted a weight off of his shoulders. But and he came from New York to tell me his story. And some of you remember the woman that was sitting way up in the seats, and she told the story of her daughter who had been sick from being a child, and she felt all alone. And I asked her to come down, and I hugged that woman, and we all cried a little bit that night. And not long ago, at one of the big town halls, a lady sitting in the back, after we had gone through the mechanics of fighting drugs, she brought in the real flesh and blood. And she talked about her 31-year-old daughter, who had been 11 months sober. And I looked around the room and said, can you imagine how hard it is to be a mom who at one point just held that little baby in her arms, to have to wake up every day and ask the good Lord, and the good Lord is listening, to have her daughter recover. Now, when you are in settings like that, you begin to learn something. There are too many people in America who don't feel connected. They've got victories that no one celebrates with them. And they have defeats and pain sometimes that they have to absorb themselves. I'll tell you what I really think we need. We need this economic growth and the job creation. But at the heart and soul of the United States of America, the America that I grew up in Little McKees Rocks, where my father carried mail and stuck his nose into everybody's business and brought some joy at a time of triumph, and was able to be on the step and cry with them when they lost somebody they loved. You see, that's the America that I know, where we slow down our lives. We've slowed down our lives, and let's just leave this hall tonight, and I would ask you to just reflect on this. Because you see, we're all made to change the world. We're all made to be a part of the healing of this world. And if we would just slow down, and by the way, heal the divisions within our own families, be willing to listen to the person that lives next door when you're in such a hurry to get out of the driveway, or such a hurry to get out of the shopping center. Just slow down. Look them in the eye. Give them a hug. You see, it doesn't take government. It takes our hearts to change America. And in this campaign, I've become convinced even more about what it takes to win a political campaign, and what it takes for somebody to be a leader. It's not just what's up here in the head, it's also what's deep in here in the heart. And the people of New Hampshire have taught me a lesson, and from this day forward, I'm going to go slower and spend my time listening and healing and helping and bringing people together to fix our great country. Thank you. Now, well, listen, folks, I know the networks want to go. You know, Bernie talked so long, I thought he was going to hit his 77th birthday before he got off the stage. And I mean, Hillary, you just needed this much and head to South Carolina, because it ain't working here, okay? It's not working here, okay? And it's not going to work here for them next fall either, because I'm coming back to New Hampshire. Well, how could any man be so lucky, huh? To have all of you, to be so happy about life and family and the fact that the Lord's blessed me. We are at the beginning of this campaign season. Tonight we head to South Carolina, and we will move through South Carolina all across this country, and we'll end up in the Midwest, and you just wait. Let me tell you, there's so much going to happen. If you don't have a seatbelt, go get one. We're going to shake this country from top to bottom. Thank you all very much, and God bless you.